I'm Big Will Levinson, and it's time to talk sports. Happy Halloween, Western Slope, and what a Halloween weekend it was for the Broncos. And it was about a month ago that I stood here in shock and disgust as I told you all about how the Broncos somehow managed to allow 70 points in one game. But what if I told you that after that Week 3 debacle, that here in Week 8, just before the Broncos bye week, they would hold Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs' scary offense to just 9 points and root to their first win over KC in 8 years. You'd call me crazy. Heck, I'd call me crazy, but here we stand. Denver sits at 3-5, having won 2 in a row, and finally, they look like the team we expected to see before this season on both sides of the ball. And folks, it's clear, regardless of what anyone says, this game, that streak of 16 straight losses to Kansas City, it mattered. It mattered to Sean Payton. It mattered to General Manager George Patton. It mattered to ownership, to fans, and most importantly, it mattered to every individual in that locker room. And that was clear for 60 minutes on that field.
This one mattered to us. You know, we needed to win this game for Broncos country. We needed to win this game for our organization. We needed to win this game for us as players. We were determined.
And it wasn't streak-driven. It was important for us to play well before the bye. You know, getting to our third win, you know, we dug ourselves in a hole. There were a lot of things to look at that were positive. We're going to play in bigger games than that, but it is a division game, and I'm glad we won.
The NFL trade deadline is set for later today at 2 p.m., and it will be interesting to see what, if any, move Denver makes. Perhaps before this week, they seem like an obvious team to sell, but the way they played Sunday, folks, this team could potentially make the postseason, as crazy as it sounds. So perhaps they look to add to the roster in the hopes of making a run down the stretch. The Broncos are off Sunday, but they return to action in 2 weeks in Buffalo against the Bills on Monday Night Football. Boy, that is exciting. From football to football, we take you out to Unity Field, and boy, it was not a great day for the Mavs as CMU falls 3-0 at home to the number 23rd team in Division II, Fort Lewis. And this, the final game of the regular season, sets up the final seeding for the RMAC tournament. And despite the loss, the Mavs finish second in the conference. And the quarterfinal is set for Thursday as 3-seed CSU Pueblo will host 6-seed MSU Denver, and 4-seed Westminster takes on 5-seed UCCS. Both Fort Lewis and CMU will have a bye, so the Mavs will await the winner of CSU Pueblo and MSU Denver for the semifinal on Sunday. The Mavs beat MSU Denver 1-0 and had a scoreless draw with CSU Pueblo earlier this season. Throw out what happened in the past, though. It is time for the postseason, and we cannot wait to see how it all shapes out. And, well, it was closer on the women's side, but the Mavs still fell in this one. They held tough throughout, but a goal by Regis in the 60th minute was the difference in the 1-0 loss at home. So now after playing their first 13 games without suffering a single loss, the Mavs have now lost 3 in a row. The women's RMAC tournament is set for Sunday. The Mavs will either be the 4-seed or the 5-seed. Still one more to go for CMU as they will head to Salt Lake City Wednesday to take on Westminster. CMU can clinch the 4-seed with a win or draw against the Griffins. And despite the road loss to the 7th-ranked MSU Denver Saturday, the Mavs grabbed a big win over 12th-ranked Regis on Friday in volleyball. And Sydney Leffler named Offensive Player of the Week as Savannah Spitzer was earned her first career Defensive Player of the Week honors. Boy, CMU just continues to get honor for their impressive performances, but it is only Tuesday and we have an exciting week upcoming. Playoff time is here for college soccer, and folks, don't look now, but basketball season is right around the corner, and what a wonderful Halloween it is on the Western Slope. That's all my time for sports. I'm Big Will Levinson.